Good afternoon. We are live in Wessington Springs, South Dakota, as the Wessington Springs Woonsocket Woolsey Wessington team here. They're hosting a quad tournament here in Wessington Springs. So we have a couple teams visiting, including Howard, Kimball, White Lake, Platte, Geddes, and Warren Northwestern as well here tonight. We'll begin at 5 o'clock. As you see, there will be two mats here this afternoon. We're going to have two matches going on between different weight classes, and we're going to have both of those pulled up for you here, as we're going to have our announcer focusing on one as you can view the other tonight. We'll get as much coverage to you as we can.
J&M Specialties.
Foothills Truck Services, conveniently located on the corner of Dakota Avenue and Highway 34 in Wessington Springs, can help you with all your truck and trailer repairs, maintenance, modification, and fabrication. They are a dealer for Titan fuel tanks and carry truck and trailer accessories plus chrome. Foothills Truck Services is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week during the harvest season. Call Foothills Truck Services at 605-350-7678. Or check them out on Facebook.
When it comes to your family, home, car, and business, you can count on your local Farm Bureau team in Wessington Springs to be there to protect what matters most. A super check from Farm Bureau can help make sure you have the right coverage in place, so if the unexpected happens, you are prepared. To schedule a super check, contact Farm Bureau agent Brian Bergeline in Wessington Springs today. It's your future. Let's protect it. Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company.
Life's an adventure filled with excitement, challenges, and achievements. Farmers Union Insurance can provide you the safety net to keep you moving toward your goals and enjoying life's rewards. With multiple locations across the state, Farmers Union Insurance agents provide quick quotes and professional services you deserve. Since 1948, Farmers Union Insurance has focused on insuring the people of South Dakota. From the most remote quarter section to the busiest intersection, Farmers Union Insurance, insuring a brighter tomorrow.
Right now is a great time to be planning for the next growing season. Fall fertilizer application can give your crops a strong start in the spring. Because the nutrients available and needed in each field vary, your Agtegra agronomist can help determine your specific nutrient needs and the benefits of applying them now. To optimize your inputs for next year's crop, contact your Agtegra agronomist for details, or visit agtegra.com today.
Dr. Kelly Tobin and staff at Rolling Hills Veterinary Clinic are proud supporters of high school athletics. When it comes to large and small animal health, look to Rolling Hills Veterinary Clinic. They understand how important your livestock is to you and will give you service that you can depend on. Call 539-1040. That's 539-1040. Rolling Hills is located on Dakota Avenue, across from Farm Bureau in Wessington Springs. Rolling Hills Veterinary Clinic.
As a Venture Communications customer, you're ready for tomorrow. Where you live, the world's at your fingertips through a fast and reliable fiber optic internet connection. You can choose the RushNet broadband speed you want, all the way up to a gigabit. And your own team of technical experts are ready to help 24/7. Change your world with RushNet high-speed internet. Be ready for tomorrow. Get connected. Call Venture Communications today.
J&M Specialties, located in Wessington Springs, is a full-service auto body shop, parts store, and full-line automotive store. They offer a variety of auto body services, including windshield repair and replacement. J&M Specialties does restoration services for both automotive vehicles and tractors, along with fifth-wheel hitch installations. They have accessories sales, installation, and a mechanic on duty. Stop into J&M Specialties or call 605-539-0250. J&M Specialties is also a proud supporter of our area schools.
Foothills Truck Services, conveniently located on the corner of Dakota Avenue and Highway 34 in Wessington Springs, can help you with all your truck and trailer repairs, maintenance, modification, and fabrication. They are a dealer for Titan fuel tanks and carry truck and trailer accessories plus chrome. Foothills Truck Services is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week during the harvest season. Call Foothills Truck Services at 605-350-7678 or check them out on Facebook.
When it comes to your family, home, car, and business, you can count on your local Farm Bureau team in Wessington Springs to be there to protect what matters most. A super check from Farm Bureau can help make sure you have the right coverage in place, so if the unexpected happens, you are prepared. To schedule a super check, contact Farm Bureau agent Brian Bergeline in Wessington Springs today. It's your future. Let's protect it. Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company.
Life's an adventure filled with excitement, challenges, and achievement. Farmers Union Insurance can provide you the safety net to keep you moving toward your goals and enjoying life's rewards. With multiple locations across the state, Farmers Union Insurance agents provide quick quotes and professional services you deserve. Since 1948, Farmers Union Insurance has focused on insuring the people of South Dakota. From the most remote quarter section to the busiest intersection, Farmers Union Insurance, insuring a brighter tomorrow.
Right now is a great time to be planning for the next growing season. Fall fertilizer application can give your crops a strong start in the spring. Because the nutrients available and needed in each field vary, your Agtegra agronomist can help determine your specific nutrient needs and the benefits of applying them now. To optimize your inputs for next year's crop, contact your Agtegra agronomist for details or visit agtegra.com today.
As you see across the court, we have our Pony Hills Wrestling Club. They're going to be our future wrestlers here for high school basketball. They're just making their way around.
At this time, we ask you all to remain standing, remove your hat or head cover as we
All right, we're back here live. So we're step out this evening. We're going to announce our face-offs right now as the Wessington Springs Woonsocket Woolsey Wessington Blackhawks host the Howard Tigers, Kimball White Lake Platte Geddes, and Warren Northwestern White Monarchs.
First at 106 for Howard, Tate Miller. At 106 for Kimball White Lake, Kason Constance and Iden Myers. At 106 for Warner Northwestern, Charlie Delaney. At 106 for Western Springs, Woonsocket, Woolsey Wessington, Cale Moline.
Wrestling at 106 for Western Springs Woonsocket Woolsey Wessington this evening is Cale Moling.
Kyler Constance. And for Western Springs, Woonsocket, Woolsey Wessington, Caden Carter.
Wrestling at 113 tonight for our team will be Caden Carter.
For Kimball White Lake Platte Geddes, Lucas Lenz and Chase Verlick. And for Warner Northwestern, Clayton Delaney. For Western Springs, Woonsocket, Woolsey Wessington, Troy Fosnotz. At 126 for Howard, Calvin Halverson. For Kimball White Lake Platte Geddes, Carter Lenz. For Warner Northwestern, Alex Budwell. And for Woonsocket Western Springs, Woolsey Wessington, Joey Hoverson. At 132, and at 126 for Howard, Jack Nieses. For Kimball White Lake, Platte Geddes, Carter Lenz. And we already announced these, sorry about that. At 132 for Howard, Kiefer Klinkhammer. For Kimball White Lake, Platte Geddes, Wyatt Talbot. And for Western Springs, Woonsocket, Woolsey Wessington, Tyson Eddy. At 138 for Howard, Lane Miller. For Kimball White Lake, Platte Geddes, Grayson Hansen. And for Western Springs, Woonsocket, Wolsey Wessington, Keegan Hyder. At 145, for Kimmel Lake Platte Geddes, Joey Bass. And for Western Springs, Woonsocket, Wolsey Wessington, Braden Labor. At 152, for Howard, John Calise. For Kimmel Lake Platte Geddes, Golden Hamlick. For Western Springs, Woonsocket, Wolsey Wessington, Carter Gross. At 116 for Howard, Ty Byer. At 160 for Warner Northwestern, Cole Wilkie. And for Western Springs, Woonsocket, Wolsey Wessington, Landon Walter. At 170 for Howard is Caden Hofer. And for Warner Northwestern, Preston Cavalier. And for Western Springs, Woonsocket, Wolsey Wessington, Seth Teague. At 182 for Kimball White Lake Platte Geddes is Levi Nightingale. For Western Springs, Woonsocket, Wolsey Wessington, Brock Stevens. At 195 for Kimball White Lake Platte Geddes, Jacob Novak.
Just about can hear set up as we are 5:03 mark tonight this evening, as we're going to have our quad invite hosted by the Wessington Springs, Wolsey Wessington, Woonsocket team here.
For Warner Northwestern, Dawson Hanson. For Western Springs, Woonsocket, Wolsey Wessington, Quentin Christensen. And at 285 from Kimball White Lake Platte Geddes, Cameron Stiles. We'll begin wrestling here shortly. At the east end, we will have Western Springs, Woonsocket, Wolsey Wessington versus Howard. And at the west end, we have Kimball White Lake Platte Geddes versus Warner Northwestern.
Again, we're having two mats here tonight. We're going to bring the coverage to you on both mats at the same time. We're going to have one announcer tonight on one of the mats primarily focused on our team tonight, and which we're going to bring that to you, but we're going to have the other mat on as well for you to see.
As we get ready for the face-offs here on the mats, the captains are joining the officials on the mat for their coin flip. Once again, on the west mat, on the left side of your picture will be the Warner Northwestern Wildcats and the Kimball White Lake Platte Geddes teams. We will show the coverage but not announce those matches. We will be announcing the Wessington Springs matches. Starting off on the Wessington Springs match, we have Cale Moling at 103. Or 106, excuse me, versus Tate Miller. Moling fights off that first shot by the Howard wrestler. The Howard wrestler is inside on a single leg. Moling's working to fight it off. He's got both legs. Still no takedown as Moling has arm control. And now we have a 2-point takedown for Miller from Howard. Moling fighting on the bottom to get up. Miller has a half locked up now. Molling's rolling into it. Continues to work towards the edge of the mat, trying to get up. Unsuccessful so far, and we're off the mat. We'll return to the center with Molling being in the down position. Molling trails Miller 2-0. Molling tries to sit out. Miller remains in control. Molling working hard to work up to his knee. Miller has a half in, working to go around back. Molling successfully fights that one off. There's 10 seconds left in the first period. The Howard wrestler continues to lead 2-0. And at the end of one, Howard leads Cale Molling 2-0. Howard defers, and Molling chooses to go down to start the second period. Miller comes in to cover from behind. Molling's working to get back to base. Molling gets to his feet momentarily, returned to the mat. Once again, we're close to the edge of the mat. And we're off the mat. We'll return to the center with Molling remaining in the down position. There was obviously an illegal hold as Molling was allowed to his feet, bringing the score to 2-1. We're in on a single leg. Molling's fighting it off for the time being, looking to keep his leg. And we have a 2-point takedown. 4-1 Howard at this point in the match. Molling continues to work off the bottom. Molling's trying to come up from under. "15 seconds remain in the match. Molling continues to try to work up from the bottom. And that's the end of the second period. Howard leading 4-1. Molling chooses to defer and start with both up. And once again, Molling gives up a leg, but he has a head. He can lock in the head. Molling needs to Work round 2 for the takedown. And both up. We have a stalemate. Both wrestlers return to their feet. And we have a blood timeout. While there's a break in the action in the Kimball match, we have the Kimball wrestler leading 5-0 at the end of the first period. Second mat. And now he's adding up some back points. And he'll have at least 3 back points here. We assume the Kimball wrestler is Kyle Eden Myers. Back to action on the Springs mat. Both wrestlers were up after the blood timeout. Molling's looking to take a shot. The Howard wrestler's in on a single leg. Molling has also got a lock. Molling's working to go around, trying to get an ankle. Molling's looking to walk it out. And we're calling another stalemate. Both wrestlers return to their feet with only 25 seconds left in the third and final period. Molling needs a quick shot here to get back in and some back points. We have 10 seconds left in Molling's match. And that's the match. Molling loses a close one, 4-1, to bring the team score to Howard 3, Wessington Springs 0. On the other match, the Kimball wrestler pinned his man with 13 seconds left in the second period for Kimball to take a 6-0 lead in the duel. For the Blackhawks taking a forfeit, we had at 1:13 we have Caden Carter. Wessington Springs now leads the duel 6-3. At 1:20 we have Troy Fosnot taking a forfeit, moving the team score to 12-3. At 1:26 for Wessington Springs Woonsocket Wolsey Wessington, we have Joey Hoverson. And for Howard, at 1:26, we have Jack Nisus. Hoverson's first shot was successfully blocked by Nisus. Continuing to hand fight. Hoverson's in on a single leg. He turns him straight to his back. And there are back points being counted. And with only 33 seconds gone in the first period, Hoverson pins Nisus with 1:27 to go in the first period, bringing the dual score to 18-3. At 1:32 for Wolsey Wessington Springs Woonsocket, we have Tyson Eddy. And for the Howard Tigers, we have Kiefer Klinkhammer. Tyson Eddy is a 7th grader. And Klinkhammer is a junior. Klinkhammer is in on a single leg. Goes for a sweep, a 2-point takedown. Klinkhammer's on top, 2-0. He lets Eddy up for an escape point, 2-1. Eddy's in on a high shot. Klinkhammer's back in on a leg. And Klinkhammer gets a 2-point takedown. Klinkhammer is going to pull Eddy back onto the mat. Regains control. Klinkhammer is looking to turn him. Eddy's doing a good job of fending off the half. We have 2 back points scored by Klinkhammer. Score is now 6-1. Klinkhammer comes in for the cover. And on the whistle, Klinkhammer steps over. Klinkhammer attempts a crossface, nothing going there. Waiting for Eddy to get back to base. Klinkhammer's backing in. Now he's got a lock on that right shoulder with only 10 seconds to go. Klinkhammer's once again scoring back points. And at the end of the third, Klinkhammer scores an additional 3 back points to take a 9-1 lead heading into the second period. Eddy has chosen the top position for the beginning of the second period. He's on the cover. Klinkhammer immediately to his feet. Klinkhammer looking to catch ahead. We have 1 escape point for Klinkhammer. It's now 10-1. Klinkhammer's back in on a single leg and a 2-point takedown. Gives up the initial hold to reload. It's 12-1 with 1:30 to go yet in the second period. Klinkhammer has a pull. No back points yet. Eddy does a good job of fighting off the back points there. We have a minute left in the second period. Once again, Klinkhammer is scoring some more back points here. And he rolls over into a half. Still has Eddy under control. Going for the back points. Now he's in a pinning position. Klinkhammer needs to grab a leg, finish the move. 35 seconds left to go. Now Klinkhammer has a leg, lets it go again. We're going to go 3 more back points for Klinkhammer, bringing the score to 15-1. We have 10 seconds left to go here in the second period. Klinkhammer leading 15-1. And they're off the mat. They'll return to the center for the final 3 seconds of the second period. Klinkhammer covers, and he's just going to hold on for the final 3 seconds. As we move into the third period, Klinkhammer has a commanding 15-1 lead over Tyson Eddy, and Eddy chooses to remain on his feet to start the third. Klinkhammer's back in on a single leg, quickly turns it to a double. Eddy fights off the initial takedown attempt. Klinkhammer's back in on a single leg. And there's 2 points. And that brings the match to a close at 17-1 by a superior decision. The superior decision, Klinkhammer over Eddy, 17-1. The next match at 138 has Kagan Hyder for the Blackhawks. And for the Howard Tigers, we have Lane Miller. That superior decision in the previous match netted 5 team points for the Howard Tigers. The Woonsocket Wessington Springs will see Wessington Blackhawks lead 18-8 in the team score. In this one, we have Hyder going against his opponent from Howard, Lane Miller. Miller's in on a single leg. Hyder's working to fight it off. Hyder's working to maintain. And we have Miller with the first takedown of the match. Miller leading 2-0. Hyder's working on the bottom to come back up, get back to base. Miller's remaining in control. Hyder's looking to roll in. Miller remains in control. Kagan Hyder is working hard on the bottom to come up. Gets back to base. Gets back to his feet. Miller's still in control. Miller remains in control. Hyder to his feet. Hyder's looking to peel. He's returned to the mat, but keeps a good base. Hyder on his feet. Hyder looking to escape. And we have a caution for stalling on red. We have a caution for stalling on Miller with 6 seconds to go in the first period. Miller comes into cover. Hyder on the bottom. Hyder tries a quick move to get up and a rollout, and he's unsuccessful at that. And that will end our first period with Lane Miller leaving Keegan Hyder 2-0. Miller's choice, and he goes down to start the second period. Hyder comes in for the cover. On the cover, Hyder remains in control of the head, gives up the ankle. Hyder returns him to the mat. Lane Miller working hard to get back to his base, back to his feet. Hyder returns him to the mat one more time, and now we're off the mat. So Lane Miller will be back in the down position. Hyder going into cover. This time he's going to cover from the right side. And we have a caution green for a false start on the whistle. Each wrestler now has one caution against them. Hyder goes in. Tries to lock up the head. Miller's doing a good job of keeping his off arm away from him. Hyder's looking to roll in, and Miller gets back to his feet. Miller gains an escape point to go up 3-0. Hyder looking for a shot here. Hyder goes for a shot. Miller backs out. Same thing. Keegan continues to move forward and take shots. That time Miller took the shot and missed. Hyder has control of the right arm. Running it around the head. He's got a front headlock right now. Hyder looking to twist it. No advantage gain there. And that's how we'll end the second period, with Hyder trailing Lane Miller 3-0. Hyder will go down to start the third period. Miller coming in to cover. Hyder looks to get to his feet. A good counter there by Miller. Hyder's looking to work up out of this. Miller's remaining in control of both the arm and the leg. Trying to get a half on this side. Lets that go. Hyder to his feet and an escape point for Hyder. Score is now, I believe it to be 4-1. Hyder needs a takedown and some back points here. There's Hyder with his takedown. And he lets him go for the escape. It's now 4-3. Hyder's going back for another takedown attempt. Miller's playing good defense here. Hyder continues to be the aggressor in the match. Hyder rushes, nothing there. Defense played by Miller one more time. Hyder continues to push the action, and Miller continues to fend off the attacks. 15 seconds here to go in the third and final period. Hyder goes for a spin move. Spun through, no points awarded. And that's the way it will end, with Lane Miller defeating Keegan Hyder 4-3. At 1:45 for Wessington Springs, we have Braden Labor. And he receives a forfeit at 1:45. Moving on up to the 152-pound class, Wessington Springs is sending out Carter Gross. And he will also be unopposed, so Carter will receive a forfeit. At 160, Wessington Springs is sending out Landon Wilter, a senior, against a sophomore, Ty Byer. So this match will feature Landon Wolter and Ty Byer. The team score, the Wessington Springs Woonsocket Wolsey Wessington Blackhawks are leading 30-11. Wolter and Byer are locked up, looking for an advantage here. Wolter and Byer continue to joust. Both looking for a shot. Wolter takes a shot. It's successfully blocked by Byer. Byer has a leg. And Byer gets a takedown, taking a 2-0 lead over Wolter. Wolter looking to get back to base. He's back to his feet. And we're off the mat, and we have a stalling warning against Byer. Wolter remains on the mat. Byer covers. Wolter looks to come up. Byer keeps up control of the ankle. Moving up to the arm. Wolter's looking to get to his base position. Wolter's back to his feet one more time. Looking to escape, looking to get rid of that ankle. And one more time, he's returned to the mat. We have another caution on red, and we have a 1-point green as the second caution on the red wrestler for not pursuing the action costs him a point. Byer leads Wolter 2-1 after the first period. Wolter has chosen to start the second period on the bottom. Byer covers, Wolter goes for an escape move, Byer counters. Wolter looking to get his arms free, get back to base. Wolter back to his feet, and another escape point for Wolter, tying the match at 2. Wolter's in on a double. Byer successfully fends it off, and we're going to go both up as they're out of bounds. With 1:20 to go in the second period, we remain tied at 2. Byer is in on a single. Wolter's countering with a crossface. And once again, we're off the mat and both back up. So again, we're both on our feet. We have Byer in on a single and a 2-point takedown for Byer. Wolter looking once again to get back to his base and back to his feet. Wolter continues to work on the bottom to come up. Byer continues to remain in control of the wrist. And we're off the mat. Wolter will return to the bottom position with 17 seconds to go in the second period. Walter trying desperately to get a single point here to go into the third period. Byers remaining on top. And that's the end of your second period. Byer leads Walter 4-2. And Byer chooses to go both up to start the third period. Byer fails on a single. Walter runs it around, needs to regain his leg. Going for a crossface to break out of that leg hold. Byer continues to roll into him. No control shown by either wrestler yet at this point in time. Walter continues to work. And we have 2 green tying the match at 4 with 1:20 to go in the third period. Walter has a takedown. Now Byer's working to get to base and get back. Walter puts himself in a precarious position and Byer scores a reversal. Byer now leads 6-4. Walter needs to work back up, get back to base and pull a reversal here. There's 1 minute to go in the third period. Byer continues to lead. And we're going to go stalemate. Both wrestlers will return to the center of the mat, with Walter going to the down position with 52 seconds to go. Walter's trying to get up, trying to clear that leg. Return to the mat. Going to try again. He needs to clear his leg. Needs to contain the wrist. Walter continues to fight on the bottom. "20 seconds left to go. Walter needs to make a move here. Byer continues to remain in control. With 5 seconds to go here in the third period. And that's your match at 160, with Byer defeating Landon Walter 6-4. Next up at 170, we have Seth Tebe for the Wessington Springs Woonsocket Wolsey Wessington Blackhawks. And for Howard, we have Caden Hofer. Tebe fights off the shot. Is in control of the head. Has a leg. Tebe has the first 2 points on a takedown, fighting to keep his leg out. Tebe's looking to roll in for back points. Tebe is gaining back points. There's the first 2. Now he's at 3. And we have a pin with 29 seconds gone in the first period. Seth Tebe pins Caden Hofer in 29 seconds. The team score is now 36-14 in favor of the Wessington Springs Woonsocket Wolsey Wessington Blackhawks. At 182, the Blackhawks send out Brock Stevens. And the Howard Tigers send out Gabriel Turnpin. Turnpin's a freshman, Stevens is a junior. They continue to work to gain an advantage here. Still working to gain an advantage on the Blackhawk Howard match. With 1 minute gone, we remain scoreless in the 182 match. Stevens had a snap down move, failed to complete it. Good defense there by the Howard wrestler. The minute 30 gone, we're still scoreless in the 182. Stevens is on a single leg, looking to finish it before the end of the period. And with no time left in the period, Stevens defers, and the Howard wrestler chooses the up position. Turn pin comes for the cover. Stevens looked for the immediate move to his feet, back to base. Looking to free that hand. Stevens is to his feet, needs to peel that away. He's returned to the mat. The Howard wrestler remains in control of the wrist. Stevens is looking to sit out. Stevens turns and faces. Still have a single leg. Stevens is looking to roll back into him. Stevens is still looking to circle that back. And there's a reversal for Stevens. Stevens takes a 2-0 lead in the match. Stevens looking to hook up the cradle here. Looking to step over. He's got the step over. We're gaining back points. There's 2. Stevens is looking for the pin, and Stevens gets a pin at 1:15 in the second period. Brock Stevens pins Gabriel Turnpin at 1:15 of the second period, bringing the team score to 42-14. At 2:20, Quentin Christensen will receive a forfeit. And it appears both are going to be open at 285. And we're going to have an exhibition match here. The final dual score was 48-14, with the Blackhawks defeating the Tigers in the first of the duels. Do we know the kid? Blackhawks in on a single. Working hard to control that wrist. At this point in time, we're unsure of who the Blackhawk wrestler is. And we went for a flip, and there's still no control by either wrestler. Working hard on both sides. Blackhawk wrestlers working to pull his head out of there. The Howard wrestler has gained a 2-point advantage, and we're getting a stalling warning on Howard. The Blackhawk wrestler continues to work on the bottom. The Howard wrestler continues to hang on. No back points scored there as shoulders remained vertical. The Howard wrestler has a half locked in. No back points on the tilt. There's 20 seconds left in the first period of the exhibition match. Blackhawk wrestlers working hard to get an escape point here in the final 5 seconds. And that's the end of the first period, with Howard leading 2-0. The Blackhawk wrestler remains in control, working hard. Howard wrestler returns to his feet, and we have an escape point for the Howard wrestler. Howard leads 3-0. No points yet as both wrestlers have a hold. And now we have 2 points for the Howard wrestler for a takedown. Howard wrestler has a half locked up there, looking to run it around. Blackhawk wrestler does a good job of fighting that one off. Howard wrestler remains in control. One minute here to go in the second period. Blackhawk wrestler looking to work back to base. Howard wrestler has a crossface, looking to run it across. .15 seconds here to go in the second period. And we have the back exposed. And we're going 2 back points, bringing the score to 7-0 Howard. Blackhawk wrestler chooses to start on the bottom for the third and final period. Trying to work out. And Blackhawk wrestler is looking to work up. The Howard wrestler remains in control. With 1:15 to go in the third, Howard continues to lead 7-0. One minute left in the match. And it's a roll through, no back points awarded. The Howard wrestler moves into a quick half. Very well blocked. Now we're going to try the other shoulder. And the Blackhawk wrestler returns to the mat with 15 seconds left here in the third period of this exhibition match. And that's your final, with the Howard wrestler defeating the Blackhawk wrestler 7-0. Now taking the mat for the Blackhawks is Sergio against an unidentified Howard wrestler. Sergio is looking to move forward. The Howard wrestler's in on a single leg. Sergio is looking to hang on to the head. And Sergio gives up the head, and the Howard wrestler scores a 2-point takedown. The Howard wrestler is looking to pull a half. Sergio fights that off very well. And they're off the mat. Sergio will remain on the bottom as the first period continues with 1:30 left. The Howard wrestler's looking to lock up an elbow. He's got a roll. He's got a hat. Back points being counted, and a pin. The Sergio is pinned with 56 seconds gone in the first period. And that will end your Wessington Springs Howard duel. Just a reminder, because of the impending weather, all of the 281 games will be played tomorrow in Woolsey. Both the boys and the girls rounds will be played tomorrow in Woolsey.
Dr. Kelly Tobin and staff at Rolling Hills Veterinary Clinic are proud supporters of high school athletics. When it comes to large and small animal health, look to Rolling Hills Veterinary Clinic. They understand how important your livestock is to you and will give you service that you can depend on. Call 539-1040. That's 539-1040. Rolling Hills is located on Dakota Avenue, across from Farm Bureau in Wessington Springs. Rolling Hills Veterinary Clinic.
As a Venture Communications customer, you're ready for tomorrow. Where you live, the world's at your fingertips through a fast and reliable fiber optic internet connection. You can choose the RushNet broadband speed you want, all the way up to a gigabit. And your own team of technical experts are ready to help 24/7. Change your world with RushNet high-speed internet. Be ready for tomorrow. Get connected. Call Venture Communications today.
J&M Specialties, located in Wessington Springs, is a full-service auto body shop, parts store, and full-line automotive store. They offer a variety of auto body services, including windshield repair and replacement. J&M Specialties does restoration services for both automotive vehicles and tractors, along with fifth-wheel hitch installations. They have accessories sales, installation, and a mechanic on duty. Stop into J&M Specialties or call 605-539-0250. J&M Specialties is also a proud supporter of our area schools.
All right, we are coming back to you live in the Wessington Springs Gymnasium as we are in Wessington Springs. As the quad invites hosting the Northwestern Monarchs, Kimball White Lake Platte Gettys, and the Howard Tigers tonight here. As we're going with the first match, as Kimball White Lake Platte Gettys defeated the Warner Northwestern Wild Monarchs in the first round, and the Wessington Springs Woonsocket Blackhawks defeated the Howard Tigers in the first round as well. Just a reminder, tomorrow is a 281 conference if you're around to your local area. The times for the every Saturday game that's going to be played will now be moved over to Friday. So tomorrow, all of the boys and the girls games will be but will be played in Woolsey, Wessington. We will be heading up there to air ours, so you'll see the boys and the girls games are back-to-back, 3:30 p.m. tomorrow in the auxiliary gym. The girls will play Hitchcock, and 5 o'clock tomorrow, the Wessington Springs Spartans will play Highmore Herald in the auxiliary gym. Also in the auxiliary gym at 6:30 p.m., James Valley Christian versus Woolsey Wessington. And at 8 o'clock, the boys, Iroquois Doland, will play SBA. Over in the main gym at 3:30 p.m. will be Highmore Herald versus SBA. Following that, 5 o'clock, boys from Woolsey Wessington will play Hitchcock Tulare. 6:30 p.m. Sanborn Central Woonsocket versus Iroquois Doland. And at 8 o'clock to finish out the night in the main gym will be Sanborn Central Woonsocket versus JVC again. The Wessington Springs Spartans, boys and girls. The girls play at 3:30 tomorrow in the auxiliary gym. And the boys team will play at 5.
All right, here we're back ready for the start of the second round of the duels on the West mat, we have Howard and Kimball White Lake Platte Gettys. And back on the east mat, we will have the Wessington Springs Woonsocket Wolsey Wessington Blackhawks facing off against the Northwestern Warner Wildcats. All right, up first here for the Blackhawks will be Kale Moling. And I believe Charlie Delaney. So our 106-pound match for Wessington Springs will feature Kale Moling. Moling circling, Moling in with an ankle. And Moling gets the 2-point takedown to take a 2-0 lead. Moling's working around, trying to lock up that half on the backside. Maintaining the wrist control. The Monarch wrestler returns to base. Moling's working again. Working to come around the left-hand side. Now he's coming back to the right. Maintaining that wrist control. Looking to tilt those shoulders. Moling has a crossface in. The Monarch wrestler is looking to back out. He has a leg hooked. And Moling remains in control. Moling needs to maintain control of that leg. He's got the crossface. He's going for back points here. We have vertical. No back points awarded. Moling now has the wrestler turned. So once again, no back points as the tilt did not go all the way through. Moling working hard to get back points here before the end of the first period. And with 10 seconds to go in the period, it appears the Howard wrestler will fend that off. And Moling will go to the second period with a 2-0 lead. The Monarch has chosen to go down to start the second period. Moling comes in on top to cover. Covering there from the right side. Sit out attempt there by the Warner Monarch wrestler. Moling counters that. Moling has control of the wrist. Moling's trying to run it around. Kale's working to move forward on this. The Monarch wrestler's looking to get to base and come to his feet. Moling still remains in control. Moling returns him to the mat. He has some wrist control there. He has him on the mat. Moling's working to gain a half. Moling breaks him down one more time. Gains control of that left wrist. Trying to drive through. Once again, the Monarch wrestler has a good defensive block on that. Moling's working hard to maintain that. He's got a half, and we now have an illegal hold. 0.1 for Monarch. as Moling had his hands clamped behind the head. It's 2-1. Moling leading here with 49 seconds to go in the second period. Monarch wrestler quickly to his feet, trying to peel away. Moling's trying to gain control and does return him to the mat. Once again, Moling has his hands clasped, costing him one more penalty point, tying the match at 2. Moling once again trying to keep the Monarch wrestler on his back. Monarch wrestler doing a good job of moving into his arm and returning to his base. Moling looking to control the torso. Moling hasn't broken down. We're trying to go around again on the left side. And Moling does get him over, but it was the end of the period. So it's 2-2 going into the third period. Moling starts down on this one. Moling works quickly to his feet, but the Monarch wrestler counters. Moling working hard to get out of there. Starting to roll, needs to gain control of a leg. No back points as of yet. There's 2 back points awarded as Moling didn't roll through quite quickly enough. The Monarch wrestler once again gains control. And the 2 back points, Moling's down 4-2 with 1:15 to go here in the third period. They were ruled off the mat, so they'll go back to Moling being down. Monarch covers, Moling tries to sit out. Unsuccessfully, the Warner Monarch had a good control there. Moling working to release his hand control and get back to base. Moling still working hard to get up to his knees. 50 seconds left to go here in the match. The Monarch wrestler remains in control, and we're out of bounds. .35 seconds to go. Moling trails 4-2. Moling's trying to get back to his feet. Doing a good job of fighting that off. Needs to peel that arm away and runs out of real estate. Moling once again trying to get to his feet. The Monarch wrestler counters well. 23 seconds left to go here in the match. Moling needs a quick reversal here to tie it up. He's to his feet and returned once again to the mat. Needs to roll through and get a reversal. We've only got 5 seconds left in the match. And that's the way your match will end, with Moling on the short end of a 6-2 decision. Warner gains 3 team points and takes a 3-0 lead. At 1:13, we have Caden Carter taking a forfeit. At 1:20 for Wessington Springs, we have Troy Fosnat And for the Northwestern Monarchs, we have Clayton Delaney. So 120 is Fosnot and Delaney. Both are 8th graders. Delaney's in on a single leg, runs it through for the 2-point takedown. Delaney working to put Fosnot on his back, and it was a roll through, so no back points were awarded. Delaney's bringing him back onto the mat. Working hard on that half. Fosnot tries to sit out. Delaney remains in control, returns him back to the mat one more time. Delaney's pulling Fosnot back onto the mat, remaining in control of that arm. And we're going to be off the mat. We're going to restart. Fosnot attempts to get up. Delaney keeps him down. Delaney's got a crossface in, maintaining control of that arm. Delaney's coming across the top for the turn. He's got it locked pretty tight. And with 26 seconds left to go in the first period, Fosnot is pinned by Delaney. And the Monarchs take a 9-6 team lead. At 1:32 for the Blackhawks, we have Tyson Eddy. And at 1:32, the Monarchs are open. Eddy receives a forfeit. At 1:38, the Spartans are sending Keegan Hyder. And the Monarchs are countering with, I believe, Lincoln Fortin. So your 1:38, Keegan Hyder. My mistake here, we have the 126, Joey Hoverson. Joey Hoverson and Alex Pudwell. Hoverson scores the first takedown of the match, taking a 2-0 lead. Working hard on that wrist control, trying to get him turned. Hoverson has a back arm. He has a headlock in. Running it through, gaining back points, and a quick stick there for Hoverson. With only 43 seconds gone in the first period, Hoverson scores a pin. Right. Now we have Keegan Hyder at the 138-pounder. And at 1:38, the Monarchs are open, so it will be a forfeit win for Hyder. At 1:45, the Blackhawks are running out Braden Labor. And at 1:45 for the Monarchs, they are open, so Labor will take a forfeit win. At 1:52, the Blackhawks are sending Carter Gross out to the mat, unopposed, and Gross will take a win at 1:52. At 1:60, we have Landon Wolter for the Blackhawks. At 160, the Warner Monarchs are going to send out, I believe, Cole Wilkie. So we have Wolter and Wilkie in the 160 match. Wolter looking to take a shot here. Wolter's in on a single leg. He has a double leg pickup for the takedown, trying to gain control of that right arm. Wolter remains in control with the ankle locked, and he's working hard to get that arm through. Working hard to put a half on that right arm of his opponent, Wilkie. He's going to run it from the other side, and Wolter has Wilkie gaining back points. Wolter's pressing. Wolter continues to press it. He's got a sure 3 back points here. And with exactly 1 minute left, or 59 seconds into the first period, Landon Wolter scores a pin over Wilkie of the Warner Monarchs. The team score is now 42-9. At 170, the Blackhawks are sending Seth Tebe out to the mat, and at 170 we have Preston Cavalier. So we have Tebe and Cavalier at 170. We have Tebe in the black and silver and Cavalier in the all gray. Cavalier's in on a double leg shot. Tebe's blocking it well. Tebe needs to back out and gain control of the arm and the head. Good defensive move there by Tebe. He's got a headlock, running it around the side with a single leg. And Tebe has the takedown. Tebe's also scoring some quick back points here. And Tebe scores a pin. 35 seconds into the first period. Seth Tebe pins Preston Cavalier at the 170. At 182 for Wessington Springs, we have Brock Stevens. And Stevens will receive a forfeit. Moving on up to the 220, we have Quentin Christensen and Dawson Hansen. So at 220, we'll have Christensen for the Blackhawks and Hansen for the Monarchs. The team score for the Blackhawk Monarchs match is 54-9 in favor of the Blackhawks. And on the other mat, we have Kimball White Lake Platte Geddes leading Howard 33-0. We have Christensen and Hansen ready to go here in the 220. Both locked in right now, looking for an advantage. Christensen has a definite height advantage in this match. Christensen pushing, trying to get a toss. Unsuccessful there at his first attempt. Christensen goes in for a single leg, and that is also blocked very well. Both wrestlers are returning to the center of the mat. Christensen takes another shot, very well defended one more time. With 1 minute to go in the first period, we have no score between Christensen and Hansen. They continue to jockey for position. Oh, and Christensen had a move, but they were off the mat. Both wrestlers will remain up with 39 seconds to go here in the first period. Christensen looking to gain some hand control there. Looking to turn around. Both wrestlers are showing some very good defense here in the opening period, neither being able to gain an advantage. Christensen goes for a shot, and once again we're off the mat. We'll return to the mat with 13 seconds left here in our first period and no score. Christensen quickly in on a single, trying to drive it home before the end of the mat. They're getting dangerously close to the edge, and we're going to give Christensen the takedown as they're exiting the match. Christensen takes a 2-point lead with 4 seconds to go here in their first period. To begin the second period, we have Hansen on the bottom, and that is the end of your first. We have a timing issue. Christensen defers. Hansen chooses to start on the bottom to start the second period, trailing 2-0. Christensen covers. He drives Hansen directly into the mat. Working hard now to gain some control here of an arm. Christensen does have leg control here now wrapped up. Looking for an ankle or an arm to grab hold. Hansen's playing very good defense right now. Christensen once again looking to roll him and turn him. Need a little bit of hand control here. Now we have the arm bar across the back. Christensen's running around to the right side. He has it locked up. He needs to come around this side. There we go. Christensen looking to turn him. There we go. There's the turn for Christensen. Hansen's on his back. Christensen's a little high. Christensen's remaining in control here. And the 220, and Christensen pins Hansen with 53 seconds gone here in the second period. Your final score of the Monarch Blackhawk match is Woonsocket Wessington Springs, Wolsey Wessington 60-9. Back over on the other mat, we still have Kimball White Lake Platte Geddes leading Howard 39-6. We're going to have an exhibition match for the Blackhawks with Sergio Nunez for the Blackhawks, and we're not quite sure who the Monarch wrestler is. They have him locked up. Sergio's looking for a single leg. Very well defended by the longer Monarch wrestler. And now the Monarch wrestler's in on a single leg. Sergio's looking for a crossface to block that move. Sergio's still working to get to his side. Sergio needs to free that leg. Back to their feet, and the Monarch has him locked in a wizard and trying very hard to push him away. And Nunez comes back into him. He's got a single leg, but Nunez is doing a good job of blocking with his arms. And finally, the Monarch wrestler gets a 2-point takedown to take a 2-0 lead at the 1-minute mark of the first period. Nunez needs to work hard to get up to his base. The Monarch wrestler is doing a good job of remaining in control on top. The Monarch wrestler is getting a turn here, and we're getting some back points. The Monarch wrestler continues to press. Nunez is trying hard to fight that off. He needs to keep his head up. There's 10 seconds left here in the match. And Monarch Wrestler needs to pick that head up for the pin. And he gets the pin with only 3 seconds remaining in the first period. Nunez pinned at 1:57 of the first period. And that will be it for the exhibition matches for the Wessington Springs Woonsocket Wolsey Wessington Blackhawks. Once again, they've won the first 2 in the duel. This one going in their favor by a score of 60-9. There'll be a little break in the action here for the Blackhawk wrestlers. We'll continue to focus on the other mat.
It seems around here.
As a Venture Communications customer, you're ready for tomorrow. Where you live, the world's at your fingertips through a fast and reliable fiber optic internet connection. You can choose the RushNet broadband speed you want, all the way up to a gigabit. And your own team of technical experts are ready to help 24/7. Change your world with RushNet high-speed internet. Be ready for tomorrow. Get connected. Call Venture Communications today.
It seems around here every town is a sports town. And why not? Sports were important to us growing up, and we want the same for our kids. To get involved, to compete, because that's how kids learn to lead. And why Farmers Union Insurance supports these programs. They know sports aren't just about building skill and strength, but about building character. Farmers Union Insurance. They don't just protect our community, they invest in it.
Foothills Truck Services, conveniently located on the corner of Dakota Avenue and Highway 34 in Wessington Springs, can help you with all your truck and trailer repairs, maintenance, modification, and fabrication. They are a dealer for Titan fuel tanks and carry truck and trailer accessories plus chrome. Foothills Truck Services is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week during the harvest season. Call Foothills Truck Services at 605-350-7678 or check them out on Facebook.
When it comes to your family, home, car, and business, you can count on your local Farm Bureau team in Wessington Springs to be there to protect what matters most. A super check from Farm Bureau can help make sure you have the right coverage in place, so if the unexpected happens, you are prepared. To schedule a super check, contact Farm Bureau agent Brian Bergeline in Wessington Springs today. It's your future. Let's protect it. Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company.
Life's an adventure filled with excitement, challenges, and achievement. Farmers Union Insurance can provide you the safety net to keep you moving toward your goals and enjoying life's rewards. With multiple locations across the state, Farmers Union Insurance agents provide quick quotes and professional services you deserve. Since 1948, Farmers Union Insurance has focused on insuring the people of South Dakota. From the most remote quarter section to the busiest intersection, Farmers Union Insurance, insuring a brighter tomorrow.
Right now is a great time to be planning for the next growing season. Fall fertilizer application can give your crops a strong start in the spring. Because the nutrients available and needed in each field vary, your Agtegra agronomist can help determine your specific nutrient needs and the benefits of applying them now. To optimize your inputs for next year's crop, contact your Agtegra agronomist for details or visit agtegra.com today.
Dr. Kelly Tobin and staff at Rolling Hills Veterinary Clinic are proud supporters of high school athletics. When it comes to large and small animal health, look to Rolling Hills Veterinary Clinic. They understand how important your livestock is to you and will give you service that you can depend on. Call 539-1040. That's 539-1040. Rolling Hills is located on Dakota Avenue, across from Farm Bureau in Wessington Springs. Rolling Hills Veterinary Clinic.
As a Venture Communications customer, you're ready for tomorrow. Where you live, the world's at your fingertips through a fast and reliable fiber optic internet connection. You can choose the RushNet broadband speed you want, all the way up to a gigabit. And your own team of technical experts are ready to help 24/7. Change your world with RushNet high-speed internet. Be ready for tomorrow. Get connected. Call Venture Communications today.
J&M Specialties, located in Wessington Springs, is a full-service auto body shop, parts store, and full-line automotive store. They offer a variety of auto body services, including windshield repair and replacement. J&M Specialties does restoration services for both automotive vehicles and tractors, along with fifth wheel hitch installations. They have accessories sales, installation, and a mechanic on duty. Stop into J&M Specialties or call 605-539-0250. J&M Specialties is also a proud supporter of our area schools.
Foothills Truck Services, conveniently located on the corner of Dakota Avenue and Highway 34 in Wessington Springs, can help you with all your truck and trailer repairs, maintenance, modification, and fabrication. They are a dealer for Titan fuel tanks and carry truck and trailer accessories plus chrome. Foothills Truck Services is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week during the harvest season. Call Foothills Truck Services at 605-350-7678 or check them out on Facebook.
When it comes to your family, home, car, and business, you can count on your local Farm Bureau team in Wessington Springs to be there to protect what matters most. A super check from Farm Bureau can help make sure you have the right coverage in place, so if the unexpected happens, you are prepared. To schedule a super check, contact Farm Bureau agent Brian Bergeline in Wessington Springs today. It's your future. Let's protect it. Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company.
Life's an adventure filled with excitement, challenges, and achievement. Farmers Union Insurance can provide you the safety net to keep you moving toward your goals and enjoying life's rewards. With multiple locations across the state, Farmers Union Insurance agents provide quick quotes and professional services you deserve. Since 1948, Farmers Union Insurance has focused on insuring the people of South Dakota. From the most remote quarter section to the busiest intersection, Farmers Union Insurance, insuring a brighter tomorrow.
Right now is a great time to be planning for the next growing season. Fall fertilizer application can give your crops a strong start in the spring. Because the nutrients available and needed in each field vary, your Agtegra agronomist can help determine your specific nutrient needs and the benefits of applying them now. To optimize your inputs for next year's crop, contact your Agtegra agronomist for details or visit agtegra.com today.
Dr. Kelly Tobin and staff at Rolling Hills Veterinary Clinic are proud supporters of high school athletics. When it comes to large and small animal health, look to Rolling Hills Veterinary Clinic. They understand how important your livestock is to you and will give you service that you can depend on. Call 539-1040. That's 539-1040. Rolling Hills is located on Dakota Avenue, across from Farm Bureau in Wessington Springs. Rolling Hills Veterinary Clinic.
All right, welcome back to the Wessington Springs Gymnasium for the third round of our quad. On the west mat, we will have the Warner Monarchs versus the Howard Tigers. And on the east mat, the one with the Warbird head, we will have the Wessington Springs Woonsocket Woolsey Wessington Blackhawks against the Kimball White Lake Platte Gettys squad. Here we are, we're set to go. It looks as if we're going to start off the Wessington Springs Woonsocket Wolsey-Wessington match with an exhibition. As we have Sergio Nunez. And a lot of action there, but no points scored. 1 minute to go in this exhibition match. And with no score was Sergio Nunez for the Blackhawks. Nunez in on a double leg, trying to pick that up. And Nunez scores 2 for the Blackhawks, and then the Platte Geddes Kimball White Lake wrestler comes back with an escape, putting them both back on their feet. The Kimball wrestler is pushing the action. Nunez is doing a good job defensively, staying out of the double leg. And we're out of bounds. And back to the center of the mat. 6 seconds left to go here in this first period. And that'd be the end of the first period. Green defers. And goes both up. Nunez continues to look for an advantage. They're working back and forth across the mat. And they're both going to be up as they exit the mat. Nunez is in on a single leg, trying to pick that up into a wizard. And it turns around, and the Wildcat wrestler ends up on top. Nunez trying to work up from the bottom here. And return to the mat one more time. Back to his base, back to his feet. He needs to roll into his face. And we have a reversal by Nunez, and he lets the arm go. Needs to get that arm back. Now Nunez in control on top. Trying to run that into a half. And that would be the end of your second period. And Nunez goes into the third period leading 4-3. Nunez covers up from the right side. Nunez has control of that arm, trying to turn it into a back arm bar. Roll him over. Needs to pick that head up. There we go. And we're getting some back points here from Nunez. We have 2, and we return to vertical. More back points coming here. He's got the full 3 at this time. Going for the pin. Needs to pick up the head. And Nunez comes through with a pin. The exhibition match ends with Sergio Nunez picking up a pin over the Kimball White Lake Platte Geddes wrestler. And now we'll get ready to start the duel. We have Cale Moling going for the Spartans, and for Kimball White Lake, Iden Myers. Myers in quickly on a double, takes Moling directly to the mat, has the arm control on that right wrist, trying to roll Moling. Moling rolls through, no back points. And we're going to head back to the center of the mat with Moling trailing 2-0 to Myers. And Moling has some back points scored against him. And they're off the mat. 2 more back points for the Kimball White Lake Platte Geddes wrestler. Moling trails 4-0 with 1:25 to go here in your first period. Moling's trying hard to get back to base. Free his arms. He has his arms free now. Moling trying hard to get back on his feet. 2 more back points for the Kimball White Lake Platte Geddes wrestler, Myers. "19 seconds to go here in the first period. Moling trying hard to get off his back. Six seconds left to go here in the match. And at the end of the match, at the end of the period, he picks up another 3 back points, taking a 9-0 lead on Moling. The Kimball White Lake Platte Geddes wrestler chooses down to start the second period. Moling will come in from the top. Moling covers quickly. A nice sit-out attempt there by the Platte Geddes wrestler, and he turns that into a reversal, scoring 2 points. Moling tries to sit out. The arm is still contained by the Platte Geddes Kimball White Lake wrestler. More back points are being scored. One minute to go here in the second period. The Kimball White Lake Platte Geddes wrestler has just pinned Kale Moling at 1:02 in the second period. At 1:13, we have Caden Carter for the Blackhawks. And at 1:13, we have Kyler Constance for Kimball White Lake Platte Geddes. And Carter is taken to the mat. Working hard to get back to base, trying to peel those hands. Back to his feet. And returned once again to the mat. 2 back points awarded on that roll through. Carter needs to come back up to his base. The Kimball White Lake Platte Geddes wrestler continues to be in control as once again Carter returns to his feet. Carter's close to an escape and then returned right back to the mat. Could not get the escape. 25 seconds to go here in the first period. And Constance continues to lead 4-0. Five seconds to go here. And we're going to run out of time here. No points scored at the end. Caden Carter trails 4-0 here at the end of the first period. Red defers, and Carter chooses down to start the second period. Carter tries a swim move on the first to get through. Nothing happening. The Kimball Platte Geddes White Lake wrestler remains in control of the wrist. Constance working hard to get on the backside of that shoulder. Carter's trying to come out the front side here. The Kimball Platte Geddes White Lake wrestler lets him go, and he scores a 1-point escape, bringing it to 4-1 here with 1:05 left to go in the second period. Kimball Platte Constance scores another 2 and then lets him up for 1. And another 2-point takedown. .40 seconds left here to go in the second period. It's 8-2. Caden Carter once again trying to get to his base and get to his feet for an escape. And we have a pin with 13 seconds to go here in the second period. Caden Carter is pinned by Kaysen Constance. Excuse me, Kyle Constance. Now at 120, we have Troy Fosnat. I believe his opponent for this match will be Chase Verilek. Verilek's quickly in on a single for a 2-point takedown. They quickly exit the mat to get a restart in the middle. Fosnat will be down. Verilek will come in for the cover. On the whistle, Verilek remains in control of that wrist. Turning Fosnat over. He's got wrist control there on that left wrist, rolling Fosnat onto his back. And Fosnat is pinned with 28 seconds gone in the first period. Troy Fosnat suffers a pin, bringing the match score to 18-0. Now for the Spartans, for the Blackhawks. At 126, we have Joey Hoverson. And for Kimball White Lake Platte Geddes, we have Carter Lenz. They are both freshmen. Hoverson's taken down. By Lenz. Lenz scores the first 2 points of the 126-pound match. Hoverson working hard to get to his base. Hoverson scores 1 point for an escape. Hoverson in on an ankle. Trying to pull that ankle in. No points as of yet as Hoverson's in control of that ankle. We have 8 seconds left here in the first match. No points scored yet here for a takedown as they both have a hold, and that will be the way the first period will end, with Hoverson trailing Lentz 2-1. Lentz defers, and Hoverson will go down to start the second period. Hoverson quickly to his feet on that, trying to peel away, and he successfully peels away for a 1-point escape. Hoverson in on a shot, blocked very well there by Lentz. Working hard to get back into that leg. Both wrestlers working hard here. Hoverson's in control of that arm, blocking the takedown attempt by Lenz. And Hoverson loses the arm, giving a 2-point takedown to Lenz, making the score 4-2. Attempt there by Hoverson to get it back up and out, looking to get back to his base. Lenz has a half locked up. And Hoverson rolls through that, almost escape. And once again, Lenz has Hoverson on his back. Lenz is trying to stretch him out for the pin. 39 seconds to go. And with 1:22 to go in the second period, Hoverson is pinned by Lenz. Up next in the 132-pound match, we have Tyson Eddy and Wyatt Talbot. Talbot is a senior, Eddy is a 7th grader in our 132-pound match. Talbot is quickly in. There's no points scored yet. Now we have 2 points on takedown for Talbot. Working hard to get that locked in there. And he is getting some back points here. Scores 2 back points. Eddy back to base. Halverson looking for another roll through, and he has Eddy locked up pretty tight there. And another 2 points scored for back points, bringing the score to 6-0 with exactly 1 minute left to go here in the first period. Talbot is working hard again. He has him turned again. It was a gaining control. Talbot working again to get back points. Back to vertical, no back points scored. We're down to 10 seconds to go here in the first period with Eddy trailing 6-0. Eddy chooses both up to start the second period. Talbot quickly in on a single leg. Trying to pull it in. Goes for the double, and Talbot gets the takedown. Immediately goes to back points. He needs to squeeze that or pick the head up. We're going to go 3 more back points, bringing the score to 11-0. Once again off to the side. Once again has that elbow locked in. He's going to score some back points here. It's going to be a hard pinning position with his leg underneath his head. Needs to expose those shoulder blades a little bit more. And Eddy rolls back out and back in. Got a tighter hold on that time, and Eddy is pinned with 1:26 gone in the second period. Brings the score to Kimball White Lake 30, Wessington Springs 0. Next up, we have Keegan Hyder for the Blackhawks. Keegan's at 138, and at 138 is Grayson Hansen. Hansen's in on a single. Hyder has it blocked. Looking for some head control. Comes out of that single without points being scored. Both back to their feet, both once again jockeying for position here. Shot attempt was blocked. Hansen and Hyder continue to circle, looking for a shot attempt. .30 seconds to go in the first period, and we're still scoreless between Hyder and Hansen. And with 13 seconds to go, I believe we have a injury timeout for blood. We have some exhibition matches going on the other mat during this time. Kind of a shout out to our little Spartan, our little Blackhawk wrestlers who are taking care of the mats and the timing and helping the officials out here when we're using the dual mats. It appears we have the bleeding stopped, and we'll be back to action here shortly with 13 seconds to go here in the first period. And that's the end of the first period. A scoreless first period as both were playing good defense, blocking shots. Hyder will come in at the top. We have a caution green. Hyder remains in control. Hansen flattens out on the mat. Hyder has wrist control. Hansen gets up from that. Hyder goes back in for a half. Hansen back to his feet one more time. Hyder going for a trip, and Hansen scores 1 point on the escape. Hansen in on a single. Hyder's doing a good job of blocking that off, and they're out of bounds. The restart here with minute 30 to go in the second period, with Hansen leading 1-0. One minute to go here in the second period. Hyder looking to pull him back on the mat here a little bit. And they're out of bounds one more time. We're going to go both up. Hyder still trails 1-0 here with 30 seconds to go in the second period. Shot by Hansen, blocked there by Hyder. And that brings the second period to a close with Hyder trailing 1-0. So with 2 minutes to go here in the third period, Hyder will start on the bottom trailing 1-0. Hansen will come to the top. And immediately Hansen gets out of that, tying the score at 1. Unsuccessful shot there by Hyder. Gives Hansen a single leg. Hyder's fighting hard to keep control of that left wrist. Now he's trying to fight off that hold there. Still no points scored as they still are both in control. Still nothing. Hyder's holding on. It's vertical. We now have a 2-point takedown for Hansen. Hansen now leads 3-1. Hansen's looking to turn him. And they're out of bounds. With 1:04 to go here in the third period, Hyder trails 3-1, and we have another blood timeout. Just a reminder that tomorrow both boys and girls will be in action in Woolsey in the auxiliary gym, with the girls taking on Hitchcock-Tulare at 3:30, and the boys taking on Highmore Herald immediately following at 5 o'clock. Those games will be streamed on Wessington Springs Live Ticket, YouTube, and on Venture Channel 382. All right, back to the action with 1:04 to go in the third. Hyder trailing 3-1. Hansen's coming in to cover. Covering up there from the left side. Hyder's trying to peel it, get away. And we have one for Hyder on the escape. Puts them both to their feet. With 55 seconds to go, Hyder trails 3-2 to Hansen. Hyder needs to push the action here as he's trailing by 1. .30 seconds to go here. Score remains 3-2. And we're both up as we went off the mat one more time. 28 seconds left in the match. Hyder trailing by 1. Hyder in deep on a single leg. A good block there by Hansen. We're back up to even. 15 seconds to go. Hyder needs to shoot here. We're down to 10. Hyder is in on a double. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And no points were scored as Hyder drops a 3-2 decision to Hansen in a very well contested match. Moving from the 138 class to the 145 for Wessington Springs, Woonsocket, Woolsey, Wessington, we have Braden Labor. And for Kimball White Lake Platte Geddes, we have Joey. There'll be a small delay while we clean up some residual blood. And here we're ready for the 145-pound match. Joey's in deep. Labor has an ankle hooked. Labor tried to go around the back. Good defensive block there by Joey. Labor's got a circle going, and he's got the 2-point takedown. Labor's working to break him down there on the mat. Labor continues to be in control on top with 1:15 to go here in the first period. Labor is working on that wrist, trying to get it pulled behind. Labor's working to lock that up. Good block there by Joey. Labor's back on the arm. Labor is looking to come in from the left side. He has control of that right wrist. Joey was looking to get back to base. Labor takes that away from him. With 15 seconds to go in the first period, Labor still continues to lead 2-0. And at the end of one, Labor leads 2-0 on the only takedown of the first period. Oh, and Labor is taken down, and then in the 2-point reversal, Labor is gaining back points here. He needs to squeeze that and pick the head up. He needs to pick that head up, and Labor has the pin with 19 seconds gone in the second period. Braden Labor pins Joey. We're moving up to the 152-pound class, where we have sophomore Carter Gross going against Jaden Kaler. This is Gross's first match of the evening, as his first two matches were forfeits. Gross has the first takedown of the match. Working hard there to cover it. Keep control of that arm. Gross continues to be in control on top. Gross continues to work to turn him. Gross is looking to free his leg. One red as Gross had an illegal hold. Kaler is down, start. Top. And Gross lets him go for an escape, tying the match at 2. Gross is looking to shoot. Good block there. Taylor's in on the head. Gross is doing a good job to fight that off. Gross is now behind him, and Gross gets the takedown. Gross is working to get a half on this side. Gross is working on the head to try to turn him. He gives up the Left arm tries to go underneath on the right. Gross still has Havlik on the mat. Gross working from the top position, trying to turn him. Not a lot going on right now. And that's the end of the period with Gross leading 4-2. Gross has chosen to start on the bottom. Havlik coming in on the top. Gross immediately to his feet, trying to peel out of that one, and Gross successfully peels away to take a 5-2 lead. Havlik in on a single leg. Gross is blocked with a crossface. Gross has yet to give up his position. He needs to pull that leg away from Havlik to get the takedown, and he does. 2-point takedown for Gross, bringing the score to 7-2. Gross is once again working from the top. Havlik trying to work up from the bottom. Gross is trying to turn him. Trying to get to the other side and contain that left wrist. Will restart in the center of the mat. Gross is working hard to control that leg. Working up to the head. Gross looking to turn him, and that will be the end of the second period. Moving on into the third period, Gross has a 7-2 lead over Havlik. Score remains 7-2 here, moving into the third period. Gross on top of Havlik. Gross is in on a double leg. Takes Havlik to the mat. Oh, and he almost had him on his back. He gets a 2-point takedown to take a 9-2 lead. Gross continues to try to work into something. Havlik continues to turn away from the half. Gross continues to work on top to turn him. We have a caution stalling on red. That would be Havlik. Gross continues to work, see if he can get him turned. We have 24 seconds to go here in the third period. Gross leading 9-2. Gross continues to try to work him to his back. 5 seconds to go. And that's your match. Gross defeats Havlik 9-2. Moving on up to 160, we have Landon Wolter and Spencer Hansen. Off the mat, they'll go back to the center and start again. Wolter is a senior and Spencer Hansen a junior here in our 160-pound match. With Gross's win, it takes a score to 9-33 in the team score. Oh, Wolter almost had a single leg there. Hansen backed out. And once again, we're out of bounds. So we'll go back to the center. Wolter and Hansen continue to size each other up. Wolter's in on a single leg. He's got the ankle. And once again, we end up out of bounds. Both wrestlers back up and into the center. Once again, we're out of bounds. Back to the middle. And Hansen scores first takedown against Wolter right towards the end of the first period and takes a 2-0 lead. Landon starts on the bottom to begin the second period. Hansen on top. Wolter trailing 2-0. Wolter working up to base, stretching him out. Hansen continues to be in control of that left wrist. And once again, we're out of bounds. Wolter will remain in the down position. Hansen comes into cover with 1:13 to go here in your second period. And Wolter scores the escape, 2-1. Hansen leading. Hansen in again on a single leg. Wolter's fighting that one off. Both up, out of bounds one more time. Spencer Hansen continues to lead 2-1. And once again, we're off the mat. Now we have Wolter in on a double leg. Blocked there by Hansen. Wolter's keeping it as a double leg, trying to drive into Hansen. 5 seconds to go here in the second period. And that's the end of the second period. Hansen choosing to start down for the third and final period. Hansen leading Wolter 2-1. Wolter trying to break him down from the bottom position. Wolter continuing to work on top. Hansen continuing to fight off the attempts. Hansen returns to his feet. Wolter returns him to the mat. 1:15 to go here in the third period. Wolter continues to trail 2-1. Three to 1 now as Wolter cuts him loose. Wolter needs to go for the takedown. But it's Hansen who's in on a single leg. Now Hansen on a double. They're both out of bounds and both up. We have 45 seconds to go. Wolter trailing by 2. Wolter in on a double. Needs to pull his head up. And with 20 seconds to go, both wrestlers are going to return to their feet. $15 seconds. 10 seconds. And that's the way the match will end. 3-1 Hansen over Wolter. Moving up to 170 for Wessington Springs Woonsocket Wolsey Wessington, we have Seth Tebe. And Seth will receive a forfeit, bringing the team score to 15-39. Or 15-36, excuse me. Moving to 182, we have Brock Stevens against Levi Nightingale. And Nightingale gets the first takedown of the match, taking a 2-0 lead. Nightingale working over the right arm of Stevens, has him turned and pinned. So Nightingale pins Stevens in 42 seconds of the first period, pushing the team score to 15-42. So at 2:20 we have Quentin Christensen for Wessington Springs, Woonsocket, Wolsey Wessington. And for Kimball White Lake, we have Austin Sievertson. Christensen is a sophomore, Sievertson is a senior. Christensen fails on a shot, both back up on their feet. So going into what will be the last match of the evening, the Kimball White Lake Platte Geddes team has a 48-15 team score lead. We have Christensen on the mat. Christensen and Sievertson are both working to gain an advantage here. Christensen's in on a single leg, going for the trip, and Christensen has the 2-point takedown. Christensen looking to gain control of a wrist here. He has a right wrist for momentarily. Christensen's looking to take him back down to the mat. And we have Christensen in control here. And that's the end of the first period. Green defers, and Sievertson chooses both up. Christensen leads this match 2-0. With 1:30 here to go in the second period, both are jockeying for position here. Christensen's in on a single leg one more time. He just pull it out. And he returns Sievertson to the mat. With 2-point takedown, he takes a 4-0 lead. Christensen scores three back points to make it 7-0. Severson's working to get back to base. Christensen working to take him back down. Christensen's working one more time to turn him on his back. Christensen continues to hold him down. And at the end of the second period, Christensen leads 7-0. Christensen chooses down to start the third period. Severson comes in for the cover. Christensen tries to sit out. Severson counters that. Returns him to the mat. Christensen looking to get to base. And to his feet, and he does for a 1-point escape, making it 8-0. Christensen once again in on the left shoulder. We have 1:30 to go here in the third and final period, with Christensen continuing to lead 7-0. Christensen once again in on a single leg and to the mat for 2 points, bringing the score to 9-0. Christensen working to score some back points, and we're off the mat. We return to the mat with Severson on the bottom. Christensen will cover from the top. And Christensen returns him to the mat one more time, looking for back points. And Christensen gets the pin with 1:12 gone in the third quarter, making your final duel score 48-21. It will be 54-21 as Kimball White Lake Platte Geddes does have a heavyweight, and Western Springs Woonsocket we'll see Wessington does not. Thank you once again for tuning in tonight to Spartan Live Ticket, YouTube channel, and Venture 382. A reminder, tomorrow's games will be on Venture 382, Live Ticket, and YouTube, beginning with the girls' game at 3:30, followed by the boys' game at 5 o'clock. Thank you, and have a good evening.